Today also we are going to study tenses. This is lecture 8 English language we'll be studying, and I'm your teacher, as you all know me, Aksairam. Okay, so welcome to 8th lecture, and the topic of today's class is future tenses. Walaikum assalam, Saida this answer. Beta, before we continue studying the tenses, the future tenses, let me ask you if there is anything regarding the previous lectures of English language that you haven't understood. Is everything clear? Have you people been doing your assignments? Do you people do the assignments? Okay. See, Michelle, it's good that you people do your assignments, you know, side by sides, but if you don't do it, you have to be very serious about your studies and start doing the assignments that I gave you won't be able to understand if you have understood the lecture or not unless you do the assignment or you try to at least do the assignments. So let's move on to the future tenses. We've already studied that there are 12 possible tenses based on the time frame, that is the time frame present, past and future, and this is the aspect. Okay, based on the time frame and the aspects, we have 12 possible tenses, and you're already well aware with their names. And in this class, we'll be talking about future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. So if we talk about future indefinite tense, I would tell you that the future indefinite tense or simple future tense represents an action which will happen in the future. Any simple action that I believe that is going to happen in future is denoted by using future indefinite tense. And what is the structure of future indefinite tenses? See, with all the subjects, with all pronouns, we use will, and with will. If we are using any verb directly after will, if any verb is used directly after will, that has to be V1, first form of verb, present form of verb. Okay? And then we will add the object and adverb or whatever it is. This is the structure of simple sentence, by the way. With every subject, we're going to use will, and if we're adding a verb directly after will, we're going to use first form of verb, and that is the rule. Will always take, um, you know, the first form of verb unless an other helping verb is used in the middle of will and another helping and the main verb. Sorry. So the structure is subject, will, V1, and object. Examples are Ali will play cricket. Ali will play cricket. Will and V1. We have not used S or ES in case of third person singular. Please notice that. These are the mistakes that I see children making and that I have seen uh, you know seen them making. That's why I focus on these small details. They might look small, but children, they tend to make such mistakes. So I uh, prefer to explain these mistakes beforehand. Ali will play, will always takes first form of verb without S or yes. Cricket. She will love music. They will pay their taxes. They will pay their taxes. I will wake up early and go to bed early. Is that clear? Let's move on to the Urdu examples. वो रोजाना स्कूल जाएगा. School jana is the main verb, and the verb is school jana, and this is actually ga gi ge. Ga gi ge denotes the time frame. Which time frame do they uh, denote? They denote the future time frame. ठीक है? Ga gi ge, they denote the future time frame. The presence of ga gi ge, it shows that you're supposed to translate your Urdu sentence into which tense? Future indefinite tense of any future tense. Okay, the presence of ga gi ge, they show the time frame future. वो रोजाना स्कूल जाएगा. Your main verb has been conjugated into स्कूल जाएगा. सवेरे उठूंगा. तैयार करेंगी. ट्यूशन जाऊंगा. ठीक है, तो either it ends on बड़ी ए or noon gunna, and then directly after that you have ga, gi or ge. It shows that you're supposed to translate your sentence into future indefinite tense. सही है. वो रोजाना स्कूल जाएगा. वो I have already told you, because we have ga, we're supposed to change this pronoun wo into a masculine pronoun. He will. जाने की, what is the verb that we use for jana? To go. वो रोजाना. रोजाना is either every day or daily. Now translate this first sentence into English. I'll talk about the later sentences. मैं सुबह सवेरे उठूंगा. Please translate the first sentence and write its translation in chat. And side by side write your attendance also. Okay. मैं सुबह सवेरे उठूंगा. सुबह सवेरे is early in the morning. मैं I will उठना, wake up early in the morning. I will wake up early in the morning. Khadija beta, you were supposed to do the first one, not the second one. Yes, and side by side, kindly, write your attendance also. Give me your attendance. मेरी वाला सबके लिए खाना तैयार करेंगी. We have been doing it for 3 days now. That खाना तैयार करना is to prepare food सबके लिए is for everyone. मेरी वालदा, my mother. And if we, conjugate this verb into present indefinite form, if we translate this sentence, it becomes, yes, Zobia, Khadija, very nice. He will go to school daily. Yes, that is the translation of the first sentence. Maham, Alishba, very nice. And now if we translate the third one, it becomes, may my mother will prepare will plus v1. My mother will prepare food for everyone. Let's talk about uh, the fourth one. Yes, Ikra, Mariam, you people are right. That is the correct translation. क्या तुम रोज ट्यूशन जाओगे? क्या तुम रोज ट्यूशन जाओगे? This क्या and this question mark in the end shows that we're supposed to translate this sentence into an interrogative sentence. ठीक, and what do we do to change the sentence into interrogative? We take the helping verb out. क्या तुम रोज स्कूल जाओगे? Will you go to school daily? Will you, sorry, क्या तुम रोज ट्यूशन जाओगे? Will you go to tuition daily? Is that clear? Should we move on to the next uh, aspect? That's great. So the next aspect is future continuous tense. Whenever we read this word continuous, the things that jumps into our minds is ing wali form or raha rahi rahe. Isn't it so? So in future continuous tense also, we talk about a continuous action which will happen in future, a continuous action which will happen in future. And if we talk about the Urdu identifications, if we talk about the Urdu identification, we have raha and ga, raha and ga, and no time frame is, and no time period or starting point of an action is given. Okay, is that clear? See, we have raha, that is an indication of continuous tense, and we have ga, and all together they form future continuous tense. Is that clear? And in future continuous tense, the structure that we follow is we add be with will. We add be with will. We have our subjects with every subject, be it any subject, third person, second person, first person, singular or plural. We're not talking about that. With each and every subject, we're supposed to use will. And with will, we can't directly use the fourth form of verb, that is present participle form of verb. So we will add a be between the verb and the will. सही है ना? To add V1 ing, because we are bound to use V1 ing in continuous tense and will in future tense. Is that clear? So subject will be plus verb ing. And in case of a negative sentence, we are going to use subject will, and with first helping verb, which is will, we are going to use not. With the first helping verb, we're going to use not. And then we're going to add be. Okay? Subject will not be V1 ing. And in case of an interrogative sentence, what we are supposed to do is we're supposed to take the first helping verb from the sentence out in the very beginning of a sentence, and then we are supposed to continue the rest of the sentence the way it was. And in the end, what we are bound to add is a question mark. Without a question mark, your interrogative sentence will be considered incomplete. Is that clear? Please give me your attendance if you haven't given me yet. Okay, so if we talk about examples, we have some sentences like I will be going to the college field. If we change it into negative, it becomes I will not be going to the college field. And if we turn it into an interrogative sentence, it becomes will I be going to the college field and a question mark. Is that clear? He will be coming here for some tips. He will be coming here for some tips. He will not be coming here for some tips. Will he be coming here for some tips? They will be making a basketball ground. Why will you be working in that horrible place? Why? के बाद we are going to use the helping verb that we have in our sentence. ठीक है ना? First, if we have interrogative pronoun in our sentence, what is an interrogative pronoun? That is also called an WH word. ठीक है ना? जिसको you people commonly say a WH word. If you have this in your sentence, in your question, then right after that interrogative pronoun, you're supposed to use the helping verb, and after that, you're going to use your subject. Okay, this is the structure. This is how your sentence should be. And why will you be working in that horrible place? That is a question, and we are supposed to use question mark in the end. 4 teams will be playing at this moment. I will not be writing articles on different topics. Robert will not be reading various kinds of books. They will be playing football in that field. Will Apple be having coffee in this coffee shop? Will Bob be going to the library? We will be shopping in that market this Monday. We will be watching a movie in the Cineplex on next Friday. You will be shopping at that market tomorrow. ठीक है? And if we talk about Urdu sentences, What do we have? When मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ, raha shows the presence of, raha shows that you're going to, use the aspect. Which aspect? The continuous aspect. And ga shows future time frame. Altogether, they become future continuous tense. मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ. Translate it, please, in the chat. मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ. Sorry, मैं खाना खा रहा हूँगा. I am eating food, yes. But translate मैं खाना खा रहा हूँगा. I will be eating food, yes. Khadija, Michelle, Ikra, Aima, very nice. Saad, excellent. मेरा भाई टीवी देख रहा होगा. मेरा भाई टीवी देख रहा होगा. Zubia, very good. My brother will be watching TV. Yes, Khadija, excellent. क्या तुम्हारी बहन खत लिख रही होगी? Yes, Khadija, रोशनी, अशर, खदीजा, रजाक, माहम, हुजैफा, इकरा, अलिशबा, वेरी गुड. क्या बारिश हो रही होगी? क्या बारिश हो रही होगी? क्या तुम्हारी बहन खत लिख रही होगी? अली झूठ नहीं बोल रहा होगा. अली झूठ नहीं बोल रहा होगा. Translate them as also. Will it be raining? Khadija, Razak, excellent. Maham, Sumro, excellent. Yes, now translate this. Ali झूठ नहीं बोल रहा होगा. Saad, beta, please punctuate your sentence properly. Otherwise, it's correct. It's excellent. Minhal Abdul Rahman, excellent. Ali झूठ नहीं बोल रहा होगा. Ali will not be telling a lie. Mariam, very good. Excellent, Khadija. Ali will not be lying. Alishba, Mariam, that's also correct. Sadur Rahman, not be telling a lie. Very good. Zubia, Maham, excellent. Now, I guess, excellent. Minhal, Nawal, I guess we should now move on to the future perfect tense. I will not be telling a lie. Very good. Beta, let me tell you one thing. See, this is actually the base of your uh, English conversation, communication, English, translation, your direct and indirect speech, everything that you're supposed to do, anything good that you need to do with your language, you will need to know your tense as well. This is actually the basic thing, very basic thing for you to know. So you have to be very, very, very keen about learning them, very passionate about learning your tenses. This is just the basic thing. There are various other forms, the upgraded types, the complex type of use of tenses that we will discuss later. But this, if you understand this basic 12 these tenses well, you will be able to do anything in English language, and you will be rapidly learning more and more if you are good at tenses. But if you're not good at tenses, you won't be doing anything, you won't be able to do anything correctly, or you won't be able to understand the further you know uh, further steps, the further things, the further types of complex sentences and all. So you have to be perfect at your tenses. And how are you going to be so? By practicing the assignments that I give you. If you don't do it, you won't be able to understand where you lack the perfection. To know where your difficulties lie, you have to do the assignments and do them regularly. Anyway, if we talk about future perfect tense, so whenever we say perfect, what comes in our mind? Chuka hai, chuki hai, कर लिया है, this comes in our mind. ठीक है ना? This as चुका लिया shows the aspect perfect, as well as the helping verb have. It comes in our mind when we talk about perfect tense. Isn't it so? ऐसा ही है ना? And when we talk about future, तो गा, गी and गे comes in our mind. तो future को show करता है what does uh, you know, what represents future? Ga, the presence of ga, gi, or ge in a sentence shows future. And what represents perfect? Liya, gaya, hoga, chuka hoga, or kar liya hoga, kar chuka hoga. These type of sentences actually show the aspect perfect. If we talk about future perfect tense, we will say it represents an action which will have been occurred at some time in future. अच्छा, अगर फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूअस में आपने बात करनी हो और दो एक्शंस एट द सेम टाइम हो रहे हो, वी विल टॉक अबाउट दिस इन द एग्जांपल्स एज वेल. देन द if two actions take place in the future, the first one is future perfect tense and the second one is simple present tense. सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस, अगर दो एक्शंस की बात हो रही है, ठीक है, मैं बेल बजने से पहले मैं वहां पहुंच चुका हूँगा, बेल बजने से पहले मैं वहां पहुंच चुका हूँगा, यहाँ पे वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट टू एक्शंस. तो जो कंटिन्यू है ना, मैं वहां पहुंच चुका हूँगा, द फर्स्ट वन, आई विल हैव रीच्ड देयर before the bell rings, before the bell rings. The second part, जो मेन आपका है ना, जिसकी यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, द फर्स्ट पार्ट विच विल बी इन परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस, सॉरी, हाँ, परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस भी हो सकता है, मतलब फ्यूचर परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस है, फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस, एंड द सेकंड विल बी प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस. ठीक है, प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस, यू हैव टू नो दिस थिंग. अब इसकी उर्दू आइडेंटिफिकेशन है, मेरी वालदा खरीदारी कर चुकी होंगी, मेरे वालिद दफ्तर जा चुके होंगे, क्या तुम अपना काम खत्म कर चुके होगे, अली छुट्टियों का काम खत्म कर चुका होगा, चुका, बारिश हो चुकी होगी या बारिश हो गई होगी. Gi shows future and chuka shows perfect. The structure that we have is subject plus will have. Now we have two helping verbs in the sentences, and as I've told you before, we are going to use not in case of a negative sentence with the first helping verb. ठीक है, will not have, will have not is incorrect, will not have. अब इसको practice करने का, the way to practice this thing is to say it several times. Will not have, will not have, will not have, will not have. In this way, it will be, you will make yourself habitual of saying this, and it will come out of your mind without even figuring out what you want to say. It will be, involuntarily coming out of your mind. Anyway, and in case of interrogative sentence, what you do is you take the first helping verb out. That is why I used to say the first helping verb, because I knew that there are more than one there are times when we use more than one helping verbs in our sentences. ठीक है ना? So this is one of those times कि जहाँ पे we have will and we have. ये दोनों helping verb, and we have two helping verbs in one sentence. What we're supposed to do is we're supposed to take the first helping verb out from our sentence and place it in the very beginning. ठीक है, to make an interrogative sentence, and then we're supposed to add, we're bound to actually add a question mark in the end. What does it become? Alex will have read. Perfect tense है, ठीक है. We're supposed to use third form of verb, that is past participle form. So Alex will have read the book through. I will have read this poem many times. We will have lived in this apartment for 15 years. Robert will have read various kinds of books. I will have written articles on different topics before you come. Now, second part is in present indefinite. मैं लिख चुका हूँगा जब तुम आओगे. मैं आर्टिकल्स डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स पर लिख चुका हूँगा जब तुम आओ, तुम्हारे आने से पहले, या जब तुम आओगे मैं लिख चुका हूँगा ऑलरेडी बिफोर यू कम. तो यू विल कम नहीं है, हालांकि उर्दू सेंटेंस में है जब तुम आओगे मैं लिख चुका हूँगा, या तुम्हारे आने से पहले मैं लिख चुका हूँगा. बट इन इंग्लिश योर रूल इज दैट यू आर सपोज्ड टू यूज सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस फॉर द अदर हाफ ऑफ सच सेंटेंसेस. सही है. They will have played football in that field before you reach. Before you will reach नहीं है, before you reach. Is that clear? April will have gone to the coffee shop before she comes here. यहाँ आने से पहले वो coffee shop जा चुकी होगी. Bob will have gone to the library before he comes to the class. This is the rule. You have to Do it this way, okay? We will have shopped in that market before you come home. तुम्हारे आने से पहले हम शॉपिंग कर चुके होंगे उस मार्केट में. We will have watched a movie in this cineplex before you come. तुम्हारे आने से पहले हम शॉपिंग कर चुके होंगे. And if you talk about translating these sentences, मेरी वालदा खरीदारी कर चुकी होंगी. The verb that we main verb is to be in past participle form, third form of verb. We are supposed to bound will have. We don't use has with will. It's always will have or will not have. सही है. There is no has in future tense. We don't use has in future tense. That is only used in present tense. Has is only used in present tense. Otherwise, everywhere with all subjects we either use had or we use have. सही है. अच्छा, now you people are bound to supposed to translate the first two sentences in the chat, and then we'll move towards the next tense. मेरी वालदा खरीदारी कर चुकी होंगी. Translate it in the chat. मेरे वालिद दफ्तर जा चुके होंगे. Meanwhile, I'll translate the rest of the three sentences. And if you haven't given me your attendance yet, if you joined the class late, or you just it skipped out of your mind and you couldn't because of any reason, whatever the reason is, be it any reason, you haven't given me your attendance, you are directed to please give me your attendance in the chat. Anyway, moving back to the translation, the third sentence is क्या तुम अपना काम खत्म कर चुके होगे? Will, I'm supposed to use will in the beginning because the sentence is interrogative. Will you have completed your work? Will you have completed your work? Ali छुट्टियों का काम खत्म कर चुका होगा. Ali will have completed vacation work. Ali छुट्टियों बारिश हो चुकी होगी. It will have rained. Will have done the shopping. Zubia, very nice. No, साथ बेटा खरीदारी कर लेना is to shop. Purchase is a transitive verb. It will need, an object. We're not talking about objects here. We're supposed to use it in transitive verb. Very, very good, Minhal. Mariam, Zubia. Okay, so it shows that you people have understood it well. Now we'll talk about the future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense. What does it do? Future continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense represents a continuous action which will be done at a certain time in the future. That will remain continuous for some time and then it will be completed. Okay? Yet again, if two actions take place in future, the first one will be continued is future perfect continuous tense and the second one is in simple present tense. सही है. First one is in future perfect continuous tense, but the second one has to be in simple present tense. If you talk about the Urdu identification, तो क्या होती है? शिकारी शिकार करता रहा होगा और रहा होगा simply कर रहा होगा with a time duration or a starting point of an action given. सही. शिकारी शिकार करता रहा होगा. The hunter will have been hunting. बच्चे मैदान में 2 घंटे से खेल रहे होंगे. Now this is apart from this thing, 2 घंटे से, if you don't consider this 2 घंटे से, तो ये बाकी का पूरा सेंटेंस इज इन सिंपल कंटिन्यूअस टेंस है ना. फ्यूचर सिंपल जो भी कंटिन्यूअस होता है in that form, but we are not supposed to translate it into future continuous tense क्योंकि the time duration has been given. If we change it into future continuous tense, it will be considered incorrect. And I wouldn't say it will be considered a mistake, it will be considered a blunder. ठीक है ना. तो प्लीज मेक श्योर कि आइदर यू लुक फॉर दिस थिंग, ता रहा होगा, ती रही होगी, ते रहे होंगे, or you look for the time duration or the starting point of an action given in your sentences. If those are given in your sentences and you still translate it in some other tense, in simple continuous tense, then it will be considered a blunder. Anyway, बच्चे मैदान में 2 घंटे से खेल रहे होंगे, the children will have been playing in the ground for 2 hours. क्या आयशा सुबह से जाग रही होगी? Will Aisha be waking up since morning? माली 2 घंटों से पौधों को पानी दे रहा होगा. The gardener will be watering the plants since, will have been watering the plants since, सॉरी, फॉर 2 hours. हम 2012 से इस फ्लैट में मुकीम रहे होंगे. We will have been living in this apartment for since 2012. Okay. How do I know when I'm supposed to use since or for? जब starting point of your action is given, जैसे start कब हुआ रहना, we are still living there, we will be living there. लेकिन start कब हुआ? क्योंकि हमें starting point given है, that is 2012. ठीक है. और यहाँ पे हमें स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट गिवन है, स्टार्ट्स विद एस, सिंस स्टार्ट्स विद एस, तो हम एस सिंस यूज करेंगे. ठीक है ना, एस वाला वर्ड सिंस. और यहाँ पे 2 घंटे से, अब हमें नहीं पता 2 घंटे शुरू कब हुए थे. स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट इज नॉट देयर, ओनली द टाइम ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द एक्शन इज गिवन, सो वी आर गोइंग टू यूज फॉर इन दिस सेंटेंस. ठीक है. If we talk about structure, we have 3 helping verbs here: will, have, been. What are we supposed to use in case of a negative sentence? We're supposed to add not with the first helping verb. Right after first helping verb, we're supposed to use our not. Okay. And in case of an interrogative sentence, we're supposed to take this will out and place it in the beginning of our sentence. That will, you know, uh, make it an interrogative sentence. The rest of the sentence will remain same. And may, it is mandatory for you to add a question mark in the end of interrogative sentences. Examples are: Alex will have been reading for 3 years. I will have been sleeping since 10 a.m. Sleep कब स्टार्ट किया? 10 बजे. स्टार्टिंग गिवन है, सो वी आर यूजिंग एस वर्ड विच इज सिंस. यहाँ पे 3 साल ड्यूरेशन गिवन है, बट वी डोंट नो व्हेन द एक्शन एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड. वी हैव बीन गिवन द time duration, so we know that we are supposed to use for यहाँ पे. Robert will have been working in that shop for 6 years. We will have been living together for 4 years. I will have been writing articles on various topics before you come. This is the same thing. The second part is in present simple tense. Simple present tense, present indefinite tense. So here, Robert will have been reading various kinds of books on this topic. They will have been playing football in that field before you reached. April will have been gossiping in the coffee shop before she comes here. Bob will have been studying in the library before he comes to the class. We will have been shopping in that market before you come home. We will have been watching a movie in the Cineplex before you come. Okay, so I would like to extend my gratitude for you people to come in the classroom, wake up early and attend the classroom, although I should not, because this is what you're supposed to do. You are a student and you should seek knowledge, but still, because you make this effort, I'm really thankful to you. And if there is any question that you people want to ask, you're welcome to ask me through chat, because we've got 5 minutes to do so. Is there anything that you people want to ask me regarding the lecture, today's lecture or the previous lectures? Is there anything related to the tenses that you people want to ask me? The next topic in for for Thursday, yes, is Mohenjo-daro. And okay, fine. If you don't have any questions, it's fine. But let me tell you that you have to, you have a day's time to, read Mohenjo-daro thoroughly before coming to the class on Thursday. We'll be reading Mohenjo-daro, and you are, supposed to find difficult words from there. And from the next week, probably I'll be giving you written assignments, and your written assignments will be regarding the written work and the notes from your textbook and exercises from language, उसमें what you're bound to do is कि you're supposed to make your index properly, you're bound to label your copies properly, and your index should be maintained. अब मुझे I don't think you people are small children who need to be directed to do work. अब आप लोगों को I am not you know going to make you people you know uh, going to tell you people every single detail. आपको पता है how you're supposed to write your index, topic name, then your subtitles, और उसके बाद how you're supposed to make title pages, how nicely you're supposed to do your work. The आज की exercise that I will upload, I want you people to please at least go through it, because that is just fill in the blank type of homework for you people, a practice for you people to actually find out ke aap, where you lie, where your difficulties lie, where your you know uh, क्या कहूँगी उसको confusions lie. If there is any confusion, you're bound to ask me through Google chat room. सही है? Any question regarding this? फिलहाल वाला काम is practice only. You'll be given written homework from next week. Is there anything that you want to ask me? If you haven't written your attendance yet, please write your attendance. You have 1 minute to do that. Please give me your attendance if you haven't given me your attendance yet. Ayan, Tariq. Anyone else? Zayan, Ushna, Zen, Ramesa, Mustafa, Ehsan Raza, Huzaifa Amjad. I won't be calling your names if you want to write your attendance. If you haven't written it yet, you're welcome to write it in the chat. We've got less than a minute left now. Okay, so now I'm ending this meeting. Allah Hafiz everyone. Allah.